Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear learners, you are welcome to online English class. This is Muhammad Obaidullah speaking, Junior Instructor of Bogora Polytechnic Institute, Non-Tech Department. This is an introductory class. Dear learners, we can see subject name English, and we know that English is an international language and it is the language of achieving higher education. It is the language of communication with foreigner, and it is also the language of getting good jobs with better salary. And here, and next subject code is 65712, especially the student of first semester from civil technology, computer power, RSM mine and mine circuit technology. You have to study this course for this semester, and especially this semester I will conduct this class, and you will stay with me. So let's start. 3D distribution of this course. Here on the right side you can see TPC, three letters. T is for theory, P is for practical, practical 0, that means you have no practical class this semester. And C is for credit. What is credit? Credit is the name of an unit. Okay. By this unit, we can measure the subject. Measure. Okay. How much marks you have to achieve. Okay. One credit equal 50 marks, so two credit equal 100 marks. Here we can see the full marks. And T is for TC and TF. TC, that is theory continuous, we can say sometimes we call continuous assessment 40 marks. The same figure we can notice. And the theory final, that is semester final exam. After the completion of this course, you have to face an semester final exam. And this semester final exam will be held on 60 marks. And in brief, in short, we can say TF, that is theory final. Okay. Let's discuss course structure or course plan. This course plan is for the student of first semester civil technology, and here we can see the name of subject. There are 7 subject total, and subject code these are, and here the marks distribution theory and practical. And let's see the English here, TPC 202, theory, theory continuous, that is TC, theory final, that is TF, 40 marks and 60 marks. And here practical 00, that means this semester there is no practical class, and total marks 100, that means 2 credited subject. And for the student of civil technology, they have to study total 7 subjects, and they have to achieve the total marks with 1050 marks. Okay, these are the total marks, and this is the course structure of first semester student. Objectives: what is the purpose, what is the target of studying this course? When we start a new job, we take decision what type of benefits we'll achieve by doing this job. Same way, when we start a new course, when we study a new course, we have to seek the objectives. Okay. After here, after the completion of the course, the learners means students, the students will be able to develop these 4 points, 4 topics here. First point: reading, listening with understanding. When a student reads something, will be able to understand it. When a student listening something, he will be able to understand it. This is the reading, listening, and listening with understanding. Point two, point number 2, the fluency of speech. What is fluency? Fluency means spontaneously, spontaneity, that is continuity, and continuity of speech. when a student deliver his speech, talk, start his conversation with a foreigner, with a person, with a speaker. Okay, he talk fluently without hesitation, without interrupting, without disturbing. This is called fluency of speech. This topic, this subject will help the students to achieve the fluency of speech. Point number third, grammatical accuracy with emphasis on spelling and punctuation. Grammatical accuracy, what is? Accuracy means correctness, appropriateness. When we write something, we are writing something correctly or incorrectly. Grammar will help us. When we speak with a person, whether our speaking is correct or incorrect, grammar will help us. When we write something, which grammar will help us to find out the mistaken, found out the incorrect problem. So this way, grammatical help us achieving accuracy, and especially grammar will here give importance on spelling and pronunciation. And spelling and pronunciation is very important for this course. Last point, creative writing. Some people say creative writing means free writing, especially creative writing, that is when we write something using our own imagination power. By using our own imagination power, if we write something, we call it creative writing or composition. So creative writing is one kind of composition, and creative writing help us to develop the language. So these are the four objectives, four purposes, and these four purposes will help us to develop the English language. And that is why the students of diploma in engineering course, for them this subject is especially is designed. Now we are going to discuss contents means topic. Here we'll discuss the scene comprehension, and in bracket we can see marks, total marks 20, total marks 20. In the table we can see unit, lesson, and here title. And there unit, we can see unit 1, people or institutions making history. And from this unit we have taken two lessons, lesson 1 and lesson 2. In lesson 1 there is a comprehension Nelson Mandela from apartheid father to president. And in lesson 2 there is another comprehension. The name is the unforgettable history. In the same way, in unit 3, uh, here we'll discuss the food adulteration, and there are two lessons from this unit 3. We have taken two lessons, lesson 1 and lesson 2. In lesson 1 we will study food adulteration, this is new height, and lesson 2, eating habit and hazards. Unit 4, human relationships. Lesson, there is only one lesson, and love and relationship, this is the title. And unit 8, and unit 8 name, environment and nature. And lesson is there are two lessons have been taken from this unit, lesson 1 and lesson 5. Lesson 1, water everywhere. Here we have got information about the water pollution. And lesson 5, Kuakata, daughter of the sea. Here we will be able to know the sea beast of Kuakata. And Unit 313, greatest scientific achievement. And there are two lessons, lesson 1 and lesson 2. In lesson 1, we'll discuss some of the greatest scientific achievement of the last 50 years. And in lesson 2, we'll study the science and technology against an age-old disease. These are the two lessons has been taken from Unit 3. Unit 14, art and music. There are two lessons, lesson 1 and lesson 2, lesson 3. And in lesson 1 we'll be able to know about what is beauty, and in lesson 3 we'll be able to know about crafts in our time. And unit 15, last unit 15, tours and travels. And from this unit, two lessons has been taken, lesson 1 and lesson 4. Lesson 1, traveling to a village in Bangladesh, and lesson 4 here we will know about the wonders of Vilayat. These are the lessons. There are total 13 lessons. 13 total 13 lessons. That means total 13 comprehension. This 13th comprehension you have to study, and you have to take better preparation for the semester final exam. And if you take better preparation, we think we can say that you will be able to achieve the better mark, best mark for the semester final, in the semester final exam. So dear learners, give importance on comprehension, and in comprehension it is very easy to achieve the best marks. That is why you have to give importance on this contents. Now we will discuss grammar. Grammar means grammar topics, and here we can see the marks, total marks here 20. Number 1, A, uses of articles. What is articles? Articles is a and the. These are one kind of determiner, and we have to know the function of articles. And we already talk about grammar. Grammar help us to purify our language, to correct our language, to correct our writing, to correct our listening, speaking. Okay, so that is why we have to give importance on grammar. And the second, B, you have to know uses of tense, especially right form of verbs with indicators, and it is a very important grammar topic. Okay, next, C, classify of verbs. Verbs are different types here. Some types of verbs are classified here: regular, irregular verbs, auxiliary, principal, finite, non-finite verbs, etc. We have to know the classification of verbs, and we have to also know how to use this verb in a sentence correctly, properly, appropriately. Next, number 2, sentence. Sentence is the sentence. What is sentence? Sentence is one kind of combination of words. Combination of words, that is called sentence. Changing sentence. Sentence we have to know. Changing sentences, especially assertive, interrogative, optative, imperative, and exclamative. There are many types of sentences, and especially here, changing sentence means you have to give importance on these 5 types of sentences. And from assertive to, you have to change into interrogative, from interrogative to operative, different way you have to change them. And the question B, making questions, making, yeah, W is, there is W is questions, who is what, why, when, how. These are W is word, and by this word we have to make correct W is questions. And there are also some other type of questions, yes no questions. These are another type of questions. And there is also tag questions, and you have to know how to make questions. We know that if you don't know how to make questions, you cannot collect information from a person, from a foreigner, from an unknown person. That is why you have to know how to make questions, and only questions can help us to collect information. That is why you have to give importance on double questions, yes no questions, and tag questions. Number three, enrich vocabulary. In this vocabulary, that is, we have to know the synonyms, antonyms, suffix, prefixes. Okay, by using suffix and prefixes, we can create a new and newer words, and these are the technique strategy of making new words, knowing new words, and by knowing synonyms, antonyms, and suffix and prefixes, you can enrich your vocabulary. That is why you have to give importance on this topic. Next, number four, voice and narration. These are one kind of sentence pattern. Voice, that is from active to passive or active to passive. Okay, these are voice and narration. Narration are two types: direct narration and indirect narration. You have to also know the function of narration, and so voice and narration is very important. And in this section, you have to study this voice and narration. Number five, sentence analysis. Sentence analysis. What is sentence analysis? Analysis means explain. Analysis means explain or give the name of different part of sentences. Especially study of part of speech. You have to know about the parts of speech. What is part of speech? How many types of part of speech? Especially noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. You have to know about the part of speech and their functions. And there is a type of verb, regular, irregular verb, auxiliary, principal verb. You have to also know the classification of verbs, and this grammar topic will help you to analyze sentence. And especially you have to give also importance on the study of phrases and clauses. Phrases and clauses is very important to analyze the sentence, and you have to also know noun phrases, adjective phrases, noun clauses, adjective clauses, verb, participle, adverbial, prepositional phrases, and principal, subordinate, and coordinate clauses. These are very important for grammar, and these are the basics, rules, and regulation of grammar. And without knowing this grammar topic, you cannot achieve good marks in English. And English, we know that English also can help us to achieve the best job, good job, better salary. That is why you have to give importance on grammar topic. And without knowing grammar, you cannot enrich your language. You cannot bring fluency in English. You cannot enrich your vocabulary. You cannot correct your language. Okay, that is why you have to give importance on grammar. Dear students, now we are going to discuss free writing. What is free writing? Already I have given you some idea about free writing. Free writing means composition, one kind of composition, when we write something by using our own imagination power. We call it free writing. Okay, free writing helps us to express our ideas, to express our feelings, and there is marks, total marks 20, and these are some topics of free writing. 1 2 3 4 5, there are 5 topics. Number one topic, write dialogues. Okay, write dialogues. Dialogue is one kind of practice, one kind of practice, especially conversation. We have to make conversation with teacher, principal, shopkeeper, hotel manager, station master, newcomer, buyers, doctors, friends, colleagues, etc. Especially when you will get jobs, do jobs after completing the diploma in engineering course. You will have to do jobs in different sectors, and your dialogue writing will be your service life related, service field related. These are And on these topics, you have to take preparation to write a dialogue, and you have to develop your dialogue conversation on these topics. And these are very simple topic and very important for you. Okay, so you have to give importance also dialogue writing to develop free writing. Number two, report writing on different events, occasions, and accidents. Report writing is very important for the students. When students get job in industry, in an organization, in different times, in different situations, they have to write events, occasions, accidents reports, and job reports. Okay, these are very important. And by writing report, you have to develop the skill of free writing. Number three, writing situational, personal, and official official letters. And this is also one kind of free writing. By writing situational, personal, or official letters, you can also develop your free writing ability. And these are also helpful for getting jobs and in the professional life, service life. You have in many times you have to write such type of letters. Okay, and another type of letters for number four, writing job application with CV or appointment letter or zoning letter. These are also important for your life and in your service life, or when you try to get good jobs in different organizations, industries, government, or NGOs. You have to write application. You have to apply for getting these jobs, and you have to know how to write CV, how to write appointment letter, how to write joining letter. These are job related, these are industry related, these are organization related. So you have to know how to write CV, appointment letter, or joining letter. And they are also help you. These also help you to develop free writing ability, free writing skills. And finally, number five, write a guided paragraph with questions. And these are one kind of paragraph writing. There are some questions will be given, and based on the questions answer, you have to write, you have to develop paragraph. And especially you have to keep in mind that when we write a guided paragraph, what type of question will be asked, what type of information will be asked. You have to try to give the same information, accurate information on question based. And these are one kind of um, free writing topics. And by these topics, if you practice, we think these topics will help you to develop free writing ability. Now, dear learners, we can see a sample question, and this sample question is taken from Bangladesh Technical Education Board Dhaka Diploma in Engineering. And for the first semester supplementary examination, it is not a semester final, it is a supplementary question. And this is a technology subject code here, time 3 hours, and full marks 60. In group A, here in group, look at the how you have to answer the questions of this question paper. Answer all the questions from group A, group B, and any 4 questions from group C. Okay, any 4. That means there are 5 questions, and from these 5 questions you have to give answer only 4 questions. And the figures in the right marks indicates full mark. Group A, total marks 40. Sorry, total marks 20. In group A, especially, you will be in the exam hall when you will get a question paper. In the question paper will be divided into 3 group A, B, and C. And in group A, you will get an comprehension. And from this comprehension, you have to, by reading this comprehension, you have to give the answer of some questions, especially the questions may be true false questions, open questions, short history questions, fill in the blanks, etc. These are the sample questions of scene comprehension. Okay, these are the questions taken from the scene comprehension. Number one, answer the following question. These are short questions or open-ended questions. Such as there are 5 questions. By going through the passages, you have to give the answer all of the questions. What is the percentage of pesticides used in food products? Okay, the information is in the passage, and you have to find out the information. You have to write the answer. What about vegetables or pesticides? These are open-ended questions, short questions or open-ended questions. And number two, fill in the blanks with the appropriate words. Okay, there are some sentences incomplete, and you have to fill in the gaps by single words or single words or words single a single word or single words, and write the true false of the following questions. If first, give the correct information. These are true false questions. And there is number 4, write a summaries, write summarize of the write a summary of the question. Group B marks 20. This group is designed on the topic of grammar, and such type of grammar questions will be set in the exam, in the semester final exam. And 5 number question, use article for necessary. In this such type of question, there is no gap, but you have to find out the correct gap, and you have to put the correct article. Sooner the better. You have to think whether the sentence is correct or incorrect. Okay, and here look at the beginning. Sooner, before sooner we can use the sooner the better, comparative degree, and before comparative degree we use the article the. B number question, I see you are Nazrul, and now find out the right place, right blank where you have to use the article. Okay, here I see you are Nazrul. Before Nazrul, I have to use the article a. C number, kindness is a great, sorry, kindness is great person. There is no gap. There is no gap, so you have to find out the correct place to put article. Kindness is a great virtue. Sometimes the sentence will be given correct, and you have to use no article. Question number C. Use the right form of tense of the verb given in brackets. This is called right form of verb, and for this session you have to know the tense, classification of tense, and by following the tense you have to write the correct form of verbs. And in bracket we can see a verb be here, b number b, c number shine, and this are verb, and this verb you have to put the correct form of this verb. I wish I were a painter. Here B will be were. I see you are full. Here B will be are. The sun shine brightly. Here you have to add is with after shine word. The sun shines brightly. These are the correct form of verb. This way we have to complete the answer of the question from grammar topic. Question number 7. Change the following sentence as directed in brackets without changing the meaning. These are one kind of sentence pattern, and at the end of the sentence there is guided. It is a guided question. Okay, and following the guide, you have to correct the answer. Never tell a lie. You have to make it affirmative sentence without changing the meaning. What will be the affirmative sentence? Never tell a lie. Answer will be always speak the truth. B number. He is the best boy in the class. Make it negative. And what will be negative? There is no boy. Sorry, no other boy is as good as in the class. It is the negative form of B number question. C number, unless you do it, I shall fine you. Make it compound. And these are different kind of rules and regulations you have to know to uh, give the correct answer. Okay. Number 8. Name the verbs of the following sentence and write in each case whether the verb is auxiliary or principal. This is the for this type of question you have to know the classification of verb, auxiliary verb, principal verb, non-finite verb, finite verb. These are the classification of verb, and you have to study this carefully, and then you have to this study will help you to write the correct answer. The hunter killed a tiger. Here, kill. What type of verb? Here, kill is a principal verb. She has passed the examination. Has here has passed. There are two verbs. Has is auxiliary verb and pass is principal verb. In the same way, C number. Don't laugh at the poor. Don't laugh. Here, don't is helping verb. To make the sentence negative, we have used don't. Laugh is the main verb. Okay, and in this way we have to complete the answer. This way you have to complete the answer. Number 9, change the voice of the followings. They made him king, and we have to change the sentence into passive. If you get the sentence in active form, you have to make it passive form, and when you get it passive form, you have to make it in active form. Okay, any type of form, you may be given in the question paper. They made him king. He was made king by them. This is the answer. What do you want? What is wanted by you? Shut the door. Let the door be shut. This is the answer of this question. Number 10, number question. Let's see. Change the following sentence into indirect speech. You know that species means narration, and narration are two types: direct narration, indirect narration. In their direct narration, you have to change them indirect. Father said to me, "When did you do it?" Answer maybe. Father asked me when you had done it. I said to Rohim, "May you be happy." I prayed for Rohim that he he might be happy. The boy said 2 and 3 makes 5. The answer will be the boy said that 2 and 3 make 5. This is the answer. 11 number question. Write 4 appropriate words using the following suffixes, prefixes. These are the suffix, prefixes, synonym, antonyms. By practice this topic, we can enrich our vocabulary power, and there are some example to complete the answer. Semi, and you have to use suffix for prefix. Semi vowel, semi final, semiconductor. Okay, we can make words, we can produce it by this way, uh, dis dishonest, disconnect. Okay, dishonest, disconnect. Able, unable, or ability. Ly, slowly, quickly, happily, nicely. Okay, these are the word formation by using suffix or prefixes. So dear learners, this way uh, you have to correct the sentences. Dear students, there is the last group of question paper, group number C, and it is a free writing or composition writing, and marks will be 20. Sometimes marks will be 30. In different times, in different question patterns, we can see. If you get 4 questions, you have to answer only 3, and if you get 5 questions, you have to answer only 4. And probably there is mistake in the semester final exam. Okay, in the semester final exam questions, we can see there are 4 questions, but we need 5 questions. These are mistaken maybe. So look at the question 12. Write a dialogue between father and his son about the son's career. This is dialogue writing. Dialogue writing, you can increase your conversation skills. Write a short report on devastating fire. Use a report writing. By practice such type of report, we can increase our free writing ability. And for the number, write an application with CV in response to the advertisements for the post of sub-assistant engineer of a private limited company. Such type of questions we practice because when you complete the diploma in engineering course, and you have to try to seek good jobs, and you have to apply in different company organizations or private government jobs, and you have to place an example, and that is why you have to practice it, and by practice you have to correct it, and if this question will help you to write correct application. Question number 15. Write a letter to your younger brother to increase his social awareness. This is one kind of informal letter, and by practicing you can improve your uh, free writing ability. So these are the uh, question pattern question pattern of semester final exam. So dear students, no more today. We're going to finish our today's. Dear students, we have come at the end. Before finishing this session, I would like to advise you that if you face any problem, you can contact through email. I have given my email address here, and remember one thing: always, all time, you have to practice in English because you are going to be an engineer, and the language of the engineer must be English, and that is why always, all time, with your friends, with your close relatives, with your teachers, try to talk in English, try to speak in English, and you have to make the English best friend. And if you make the English best friend, English will make you best friend, and English will help you. And this way, you have to brighten your future life. So, best of luck. No more today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all. Allah Hafiz.